Well, well, oh well. Limbus Company, 1 minute ago. Liked. We have Heishou Pack, C Branch, Rodion. And as in the actual thing, we actually have both Gregor and Rodion. So we're going to get right into this and check out the new Heishou Pack C Branch. So we're going to start with Rodion, because she is the first one that was on the thing. So a Envy, Gluttony, Gloom. It is Rupture. Okay, it's Rupture. Deviat Rodion does exist, however. We'll see if this is how much different this is from her. 2 coin. Point power for every poise potency. It's a poise rupture unit. Oh my goodness, it's a poise rupture unit. Okay. Poise Rodion is back. So she gains poise potency and targets potency, and she gains count, inflict rupture. If this unit has serpent arm, inflict rupture. Okay, on crit. On use, gain coin power for every sum of potency, and rupture potency. Clash when inflict count. Clash when gain poise. On hit inflict rupture. On hit inflict count. On hit consume poise on self to reuse the coin, inflict deathrite venom, and serpent arm on crit. Okay. That's also a 3 coin. Now we have a 3 coin here. 3 coin gloom. Unfocused volley. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Okay, I'll explain. Gain coin power for every X sum of this unit's poise, potency, and main target's rupture. Gain clash power equal to serpent arm on self. Oh my god, gain serpent arm. Inflict count on all targets. Gain poise count, gain poise, inflict rupture count. Reduce target's death right. And reuse this coin on crit. If you guys don't know, Unfocused Volley was the new attack that came out with Honglu Arcorp. Basically, it means each individual coin will strike an additional target, or randomness. So the first coin will always hit the first target, the second coin will always hit the second target, the third coin will always hit the third target. Now, the question is, I don't see attack weight on this. So, who is this hitting? Maybe it's on one of the skills? We'll have a read. We have a Gluttony block. Reverse kick. It's an unbreakable god. Oh, clashable god. Oh my god, it's actually clashable god. We have another clashable god. That's crazy. Gain serpent arm next turn. If this unit has poise, gain coin power, unbreakable coin. Passive 1. If this unit has serpent arm, deal more damage. If the target has death right, deal more damage. Very simple passive. DPS passive. Okay. Support. When ally with the fastest speed inflicts rupture damage to an enemy, inflict offensive down and defensive down next turn. Okay. Cool. Nice support bench. Here we have serpent arms. Let's zoom in. So this you gain from skill 2 and skill 3. Gain poise and poise count next turn. On base attack skills, use if target has rupture, gain poise. Lose stack. Okay, so it's literally like the reverse of the hair stop, whatever it's called, the Heishou one. Then we have death right, venom. Zoom in and read this. Base stack 5, death right. When getting rupture triggered by a critical hit from the target, lose stack. When losing stack due to the effect, gain offensive down or defensive down. When losing stack due to this effect, if the stack drops to 0, take gluttony damage equal to the rupture potency on self. Cannot gain additional stacks of this effect while it is already active. Okay, so basically, from what I'm understanding here, is Deathrite Venom, the way it works, when you trigger it with crits, okay, you debuff them, and then when you burn the stacks on them, so the stacks don't disappear. They only disappear when you crit, okay? So when you burst them down with all the stacks, boom, they take a massive like hit of gluttony damage, depending on the potency. So Serpent's Arm also allows you to build up your crit, basically. So really interesting. I really like this poise. I was thinking if they were going to do like a mix, or if they were just going to do raw. Obviously, Deviat Rodion exists, so this one seems to be more potency, I want to say. Now, I'm just curious about this unfocused volley. Am I reading this wrong? Why would it have the unfocused volley tag if it doesn't have attack weight? Now, this could be a ProjectMoon bug. Okay, this could be a ProjectMoon error. But it does say all enemies. So it clearly has attack weight. I think it's supposed to have attack weight. I think they might have stuffed up by accident. I don't know. I'm going to assume it has maybe 2 attack weight. But okay. Cool. I like this. Let's go on to Gregor right away and see how he plays. So, much like Rodion, same envy affinities, except he has Pride on his S1 instead of, what does he have? Envy? And he has Envy on his S3. So, and then also, oh, I didn't even think. So, / pierce. Okay, / pierce. Okay. So, gain coin power for every sum of poise, potency, and attack. Okay, so exactly the same thing as Rodion, except he actually inflicts count on his skill 1 with critting, okay? 3 coin on use, gain coin power for every unit of poise and potency and rupture and potency. Inflict rupture, inflict poise, okay, gain poise. So this is exactly as Rodion. Inflict rupture, inflict rupture, inflict rupture at X poise, consume poise to reuse the coin once. So instead of this being like the S3 gimmick, it's more like the S2 on crit and circuit arm, and then the reuse coin obviously inflicts the death right venom. Skill 3 is a 1 coin on use. Gain coin power for every sum of poise, potency, and target rupture. If this unit has serpent arm, gain coin power for every Y, sum of this unit's poise, potency, and target's rupture instead. Okay? Gain serpent arm. If the target has X rupture, gain poise. Deal more damage for every poise on self, plus rupture on target. If this unit has serpent arm, deal more damage on crit. Reduce deathrite venom on target. Reduce deathrite venom on target. Inflict rupture count. Inflict deathrite venom. Okay, so this is very interesting. So the reducing of the deathrite venom is how you actually activate the trigger. Like you boom, that's how you detonate them. So you're actually doing both. So not only are you critting, which deactivates one of the venom. So basically, if this says on crit reduce venom, you're reducing it by 2. He also has another clashable guard, the exact same as Rodion's. He has a different passive though. If target has deathrite venom, deal more damage for every arm on self. If the unit reduces the target's deathrite venom down stack to 0. Gain pierce damage up next turn. Okay. Support. If this unit is killed in this encounter, every turn at combat start, apply poise to the substituting identity of the earliest deployment order? Ooh, wow, that's incredibly unique. Essentially, this passive does not activate unless Gregor is deceased, and then it's actually begins to just naturally apply poise to whoever the earliest of the deployment order is that you choose. So it's a wow. I like that. I kind of like that. Again, Kim Ji-hoon wants us to accept death as part of the game, obviously. Now, I don't think there's any read over Serpent Arm again, but we'll go over Serpent Arm and Death, right? Just explain. Serpent Arm, max stack 3. Gain poise and poise count next turn. Okay, we don't know how much. Maybe you'll gain stack +1 on base attack skills. If the target has rupture, gain poise. Basically, hit people with rupture, gain poise. Now, Venom, when getting ruptured, triggered by a critical hit from the target, lose a stack. When losing stacks due to the effect, gain offensive down or defensive down. When losing stacks due to this effect, if the stack drops to 0, take lightning damage equal to rupture potency on self. So, again, when you inflict Deathrite Venom, you are just inflicting the full Deathrite Venom, okay? You are not inflicting one Deathrite Venom. So, skill 2 inflicts Deathrite Venom, skill 3 inflicts Deathrite Venom. Same with Rodion. I keep saying Ryoshu. Have I said Ryoshu? I keep saying Rodion. Rodion inflicts Deathrite Venom on skill 2. She inflicts also... She doesn't inflict it on skill 3, so it's actually only skill 2. Yeah, okay. Wow, okay, this is interesting. Now, ProjectMoon have been really good at making poise IDs have proper self-sufficient poise. So I'm not really worried about the actual numbers on the poise. I think they're going to be just fine. The question becomes, so what roles do we serve? Now, Gregor is very simple. Gregor only has really 2 Rupture IDs, if you count them. Now, I count them because it has Rupture. He obviously has Rose Banner Gregor, and then he has P Gregor. Now, Rose Banner Gregor is a charge unit. He's also technically a tremor unit, so there you go. But he does have Rupture. And P Gregor has Rupture support in his kit, but he isn't a main Rupture unit. He is obviously a bleed unit. With side Rupture, he does inflict a little bit of count, a little bit of potency. But here, this is the full, proper potency. Also, his Poise ID, the only other Poise ID he has, I believe, don't quote me, I'm pretty sure it's Twin Hook. Yeah, pretty sure Twin Hook is the only other Poise. So, finally, a Poise ID, and it's a Rupture ID. So, literally, it's hitting both the best worlds for Gregor. Now, I'm going to say this. Gregor and Rodion, they were eating good at the end of the last season. So, like... I'm curious if this is going to be... I'm curious if Gregor's is going to be as strong or on the same tier as Fire Fist. And, look... As I say many a times before, okay? You need to understand that... How do I explain this? Deviat Rodion is good, man! I'm tired of people saying otherwise. Tired of people saying otherwise. She's good. She's good, damn it. Anyway, so this will be competing with Deviat Rodion, obviously, and also technically Princess of the Matcha Land. She's also a Rupture unit. And yeah, I'm interested to see, obviously, oh, and Poise, which is Kurokoma clan. So really, I can understand why Gregor and Rodion actually got these IDs. I feel like it's more from the Poise side of it than the Rupture thing. I feel like the Rupture is obviously, it's part of the season. So we'll see how it goes, we'll see how it do, see how it be, you know, how it is in all that stuff. So, loving everything so far, loving all of this. And only thing I'm confused about is unfocused volley. I'm pretty sure this is bugged. I'm honestly even... actually, let's go check real quick. By clicking the Limbus company and see if they've updated it at all. No. Check it here, maybe? No. Okay. So I don't know what the unfocused volley is going to be like, or if it has attack weight at all. I'm going to assume it has attack weight. Because it says on all targets. So I assume it hits multiple people. I like this. Fun. Looks fun. I like the gimmick. We'll see how the death right... The death right kind of makes up... So it's kind of one of those things where the death right is there on the side, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're focusing on the poise, you're focusing on building the potency, you're focusing on maintaining the count, and then when you know, you get a few crits in, bam, boom, boom, all of a sudden they just take, like, I don't know, let's say, like, 15 extra gluttony damage, or 20 extra gluttony damage, you know? It's a treat. I feel like the Serpent Arm is probably more what people are going to want to be maintaining, because that is constantly going to be giving you, obviously, the poise. And looks like the main way that you're going to be getting that is from skill 3 or critting with skill 2. Same over here, critting, skill 3. Yeah, critting with skill 2, gaining on skill 3. And you know what? I am very happy about that. Now, before we end it, there is still actually a little bit more we can talk about. There is the May 15th update schedule notice. So, obviously, we have the new packs coming in. But, equally so, we actually have an EXP pack adjustment. So, it looks like with the expansion of the identity level caps, the amount of XP required to max level your identities has been increased. We will be informing you in advance that there are any changes to the contents of a package. So, the limited EXP packages that are released alongside the new identities will also be increased. So, here it is. Previously, the weekly EXP pack was 25.18. It is now 35.25. Okay, next was 72.48 for the monthly. It is now 80.70. The monthly 2, which is 125.72, is now 160.95. And then the biggest dog of them all, that being the monthly pack 3, which is 251.44, it's now 325.165, which is a lot more appealing. Now, let me tell you that. And then it also looks like that the monthly training pack 1 is being adjusted, as you can see here. It used to be 30 tickets, but now you get 35 tickets and 25 3 tickets. What does it say? So, settlers, where we are explained based on the values beneath the before and our sell guide on 6 but the actual contents will be after. Okay, so yeah, that's just them adjusting it, obviously. The identity growth pack is being adjusted, as you can see. Takeoff modules, thread. So, this is the seasonal buy. And there we go. Remember, guys, that your Season 5 Ego Shards will carry over. Remember that we will gradually be receiving the story. Remember to pay 1,300 Lunashi to get the Battle Pass. And also, don't forget to buy the always optimal priced The Extraction tickets. And there you go. That's really going to be it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are all just changes about, like, seasonal updates and stuff. And we changed it so that even if the Activator 2 skill 3 can be activated when meeting the passive condition. Interesting. Interesting. And 300 lunacy. Alright, guys. That has been it for the Heishou Pack C branch. The C branch. And the Heishou Pack C branch, Rodion and Gregor. Okay, that's going to be it. See ya.